The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening
This is
Radio Biafra.
This is my message to the world. I'm writing from my heart and my broken soul. Every day and night we keep walking down the road. They killed our mothers, fathers and the sons. We are light, we are the light of the world. We come from the land of the rising sun. Every single day we keep rising up. No matter what they do, we are never giving up. We are one, we are the choosing ones. Chukwakika is the one to give us victory. Bring us back to the land, flowing with milk and honey. Breaking all that chains and the pain of slavery. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra. Embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom. Embrace our victory. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. We are coming, we are coming, we are not alone. We are fighting with the power of love. Forever and ever we shall reign in the world. We are stars, we are the greatest stars. No matter where we go, we rise to the sky. All around the world we see greatness in the sights. Every day and night we struggle for our lives. We are one, we are the choosing ones. Chukwakika is the one to give us victory. Bring us back to the land, flowing with milk and honey. Breaking all that chains and the pain of slavery. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra. Embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom. Embrace
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, wonderful Biafrans across the globe doing the needful. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day we shall. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. Honestly, for more than 60 years now, no Biafran have been able to stand up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people until he came. He is the director of Radio Biafra. He is the director of Biafran Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And he remained the one and the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. By the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And before I proceed to acknowledge the Creator, Chi Uku Okikabiama, I want to use this moment to appreciate those Biafran brothers and sisters who has taken it upon themselves to go to the studio, make music, even when you are not a musician. You saw the need, you went into that studio with your money. Some of you made recording of this music through your Android phone. Honestly, you don't know the great deal you are doing to me. I must let you know this evening that your works have been a source of inspiration to me. And then I give it to you, Biafran musicians, men and women, boys and girls. You are doing well, I can assure you that. Let me move ahead to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For in the end, we are gone as a people without His divine intervention. Many people have gathered against us for no just cause. We have not taken that which belongs to another, except out of envy and jealousy. They want us down. But God said, no, you cannot be humiliated, for I am the lifting up of your head. And that is why we make it clear to everyone that there is a power that shapes our way. We do not look up to the heavens, nor the hills, nor the earth for help, because our help comes from He who made the heavens and the earth. And tonight I give Him praise as ever. All glory must be to our God, for He is worthy of our praise. No man on earth should give glory to himself. All the glory must be to our God. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma, ịhụnanya gị n'ịma gị, obiọma gị hujuru anya daddy o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ị bụ Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na Nedemao. You see, for it is our faith in you, O Lord, that protect us. And so we are not afraid to kneel before the God who saves us. Thank you, Father. And as always, this evening we must go to our topic, which is simply titled As a Result of an Act of Desperation. As a result of an act of desperation. A lot of crime has been committed against the people of Biafra by the Nigerian state as a result of the act of desperation. A lot of things have been happening to us. All because the Nigerian state, when I use the word the Nigerian state, I am talking about those who are Nigerians. There are Biafrans that are Nigerians. Most of them are the children of the warrant chief. Most of them are the children of the current day Fulani, Hausa and Yoruba slave. Most of them, Biafrans, are the children of the saboteur. So when we talk about the Nigerian state, it covers the whole range of people. It falls into the categories of Biafran who go to Yoruba church. It boils down to the Yoruba of one Nigeria. It boils down to the Hausa born to rule, counterpart with the Fulani, Janjaweed. These are the Nigerian state. It boils down to British government. It boils down to oil theft, oil companies. You know, when you hear oil theft, you think it's a promotion. It's just oil thief. They are thief. When you are poor man, you steal money. They call you thief. When you are big man, you steal the same money. They call you theft. So when I say theft, don't think they are honorable. They are shameless. Every oil company in Biafra land and most international companies, they are some of the reasons why we are here. So you call them theft, you call them thief, they are all the same to me. These are the Nigerian state. Out of desperation, when we talk about colonial masters, as they claim they are, but they are colonial terrorists. So whether you hear them say they are colonial master or we call them colonial terrorists, they are all the same to me. It's just a matter of trying to upgrade their stature a little bit in order to cover their atrocity. But believe me, one of the reasons why we are here is to make sure that their atrocity against us as a people can never be covered. And so, like I said, for a very long time, a lot of crime have been committed against the people of Biafra as a result of act of desperation. Tonight, let us remind ourselves. Let us send a message across to them so that each time they come judging us, that will insult people, and they have failed to condemn the actions of Fulani herdsmen, you tell them that thunder will fire them. The insult have not started, but a day will come. They wish you will be insulting them for the rest of their life. Believe me, the time for talking to people is almost winding up. And I hate people who are hypocritical in nature. They pretend all is well. They pretend they love you, but they kill you. And every such individual who has such chameleon in nature and then working against Biafra, trying to talk us out from responding to you adequately, I tell you, you will fail in the end. I've heard a lot of people, you say, you sound biased, you sound, but this is grammar to me. Honestly, I am biased. And I love people, you just turn down your radio and go and sleep. It's better for you. Feel our pain. I'm talking to Homo sapiens now across the globe. Feel our pain. And the next generation of Biafra must prepare their mind. When they are done dealing with you, they will tell you how to cry. They will want to direct you on how to react. They will want you to be emotionally stable by not saying what they have done to you. But this is not the era. And the next generation must not allow themselves to be bamboozled. And today you are seeing the impact. They told our father, how has the mighty fallen? Today, who is fallen? Your embassy in Berlin, you could not pay the bill. Not because you don't have the resources. Julius Berger is a German company. Julius Berger refused to tie Biafra land. Because people of Biafra told Julius Berger, you cannot be siphoning our oil before you repair Nigeria, whereas you refuse to work major roles in Biafra land. Julius Berger got angry and pulled out of Biafra land. And I can tell you, for more than 30 years, if you see Julius Berger company in Biafra land, these are subcontractors. Julius Berger just park their truck there and go and relax in Abuja and Kano. So they are part of the oil theft. But these are the truth they don't want you to see. And now Germans are going to get angry. Oh, these people are biased. They will not get freedom. It is not in any of your hand. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. When you chase Europeans down to fall Europe, France ran to Britain and the rest of it. They made a combat. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. There were times the Romans ruled the world. But today, where are they? They were times the Babylonians, the Medians and the Persians, the Grecians, all of them ruled the world. Kingdom fall and who is even ruling the world now? Are they still dragging it? But we shall see. Africa will rise again. Biafra will rise again. But believe me, we are people who don't mean anybody harm. We want to go home. A lot of atrocity have been committed against us as a people. They don't want us to say it. And maybe when I come this morning, I would have been presenting a beautiful sermon. And then I say, Holy Ghost, do it again in our life. Open our eyes to see Jesus seated upon the throne. But we will not do that anymore. Because if you don't allow us to enjoy our oil and gas, is it heaven you are going to allow us to see Jesus? All of you deceive yourself. The truth will haunt you. We will keep saying it. The truth will expose you. You keep analyzing us. The truth will destroy all of us, and we will keep doing what we are doing. My brothers, believe me. You must understand the new generation of Biafra, what they have done to us out of desperation. Number one, out of desperation, they named their currency to the detriment of our people. When we see it today as a Nigeria, anytime you hold that Naira and Kobo as a Biafran, it means a different thing to you with the Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani. Anytime you hold that Naira as a Biafran, you are carrying a metal of course. God is preventing that cause from functioning in our life because some of us actually operate in a different realm. Before the war, we were using pounds and shillings. Pounds and shillings so high that the British pounds could not compare with it. Nigerian currency was higher than that of American dollars. Not to talk of any other currency in the world. Because Nigerians supposedly, Biafran land was blessed. Whose blessing robbed on Nigeria? And after the war, they decided to devaluate the pounds and shillings. The first principle that they introduced before the IMF or International Monetary Fund or whatever they call themselves help the Hausa, Yoruba and Fulani to destroy the new currency. Yoruba, Hausa and Fulani, under the auspices of the British government, went together and had an agreement. And the agreement was coded in your currency. Number one, they say kill Ojukwu before others. Kobo. Kill Ojukwu before others. But it's unfortunate they couldn't kill Ojukwu. And when Ojukwu died, and then another one more determined than Ojukwu is here, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria must be grateful to Elohim, because if anything has happened to our leader, another story is what they will be judging by now. But we will not debate much on that. Until then, kill Ojukwu before others. Anytime you hold Kobo, they have told themselves, let us kill Ojukwu. Now Ojukwu is here in another form. Then maybe you have them, there is need for you to change Kobo. Because IPOB is here. And that is why they are so desperate. to stop IPOB. But believe me, they don't have what it takes. They move on to the higher currency in terms of denomination. They call it Naira. They named it to remind themselves. Never allow Igbo rule again. Never allow Igbo rule again. But some of us who are intellectually and academically outstanding in terms of achievement, who went to Harvard University in China and Toronto University in America, they will dispute this. But if I will ask you humbly this evening, is Naira Yoruba language or Naira Hausa language or Naira Igbo language? And now you know. Out of desperation, they named our currency to the detriment of our people. And people are defending, no, it's not true. It's a lie. Oh, it is not true. But what is Naira? Is there any country in the world having a currency answering earlier name? They would have called our currency Theresa May and Flora Shaw, or Lord Lugard and Flora Shaw. It would have been better. Out of desperation. Number two, out of desperation, they forcefully Islamized Nigeria without the consent of the people by registering every government parasitator with Islam. I want those of you in Nigeria to go and look at your national television. Is it NTA they call it? Go and sit and watch NTA. Go and sit and watch Yoruba propelled Gota media. You think we are Muslim? I have to study the Quran out of curiosity in order to understand what Allah represents. I'm not a Muslim. And I will never be, even 100 life to come. But that having been said, I am an Islam. People think Nigeria is a Muslim country. Less than 20% of Nigerians are Muslim. But all the Islamic nations around the world empowered this 20% to undermine our sovereignty. British government that gave us the Bible become the head of Islam. But little wonder that you have more people answering Muhammad in Britain, even more than Saudi Arabia. And now maybe you begin to understand. I have high regard for King James translation of the Bible because it is very authoritative in nature, in content. But if you know who King James is, he's a rapist, he's a homosexual, he's a gay. King James who translated the Bible to King James. And now when people come and question the authenticity or authentication of Christianity, understand a lot has gone wrong and all the hopeless men of God are not saying this truth. They want to tell you, don't judge, don't judge. No, we got to judge you because the Bible says it is your duty to judge those who say they are Christian, because this is the only way you can remove the evil people from among you. But it's not your duty to judge the world. I can tell you that we were forcefully Islamized. Nigerian police is registered in Islam. Nigerian army is registered in Islam. Nigerian Air Force is registered in Islam. Nigerian NTA is registered in Islam. Nigerian National Assembly is Islamic building. Everything about Nigeria, Islam. Go to your currency, Islam. It is only Nigerian Navy that is registered in English. The image of the Nigerian people is Islam. Babangida paid huge amount of money to the Islamic Organization of West Africa to Islamize us. And when we talk about Islamization, it is not about turning you to Dawuda, to Yusuf, or any other Islamic name. It's not about the mosque and the Alfa and the Imam. It goes beyond that. Islamization is you become fool for them. You become their idiot. Your children become alamajiri. They become beggar. It is about killing you when you fail to comply. And that is exactly what is happening. These are the character and the frustration of Nigeria. These are the attitude of Nigeria that they projected out of frustration. Good luck understand that Nigerian has expired because the fraudulent amalgamation expired during his tenure. He moved ahead to print the current 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira, 50 naira, and 100 naira denomination and remove all the Islamic right up there. We are not Islam. Nigeria is a secular state built by more Christians in the presence of Adeboye, Kumuye, Oyedepo, Odukoya, and other 419 men of God who supposedly claim to be Christian. They never question why our currency does not carry the image of Jesus, but that of Muhammad. It will shock all of you that Nigerian constitution never remembered or recognized Christianity. They remember the Quran. They remember Muhammad. They remember other idiot Afar and Imam. Nigerian constitution is a sympathizer to Boko Haram, Meati Allah, Fulani headsmen, Lamido Sanisi Lamido, among others. All this your Yoruba pastor, they never talk about it. Out of frustration. You have been Islamized and you don't even know already. Number 3, out of desperation, they made sure that no project in Biafra land will ever be completed in their lifetime. These cabals who run Nigeria, they can only deceive us the true count for us. We're going to clean up, we're going to clean up. Ogoni can never be cleaned up. Oh, Niger Delta sovereignty, Niger Delta sovereignty. But all these things, you know, they lie to you. The first thing that the government of Muhammadu Buhari did in 2015 was to move down to Ogoni land. The pastor who was supposedly the vice president of Nigeria went to flag up Ogoni cleanup. Ogoni cleanup has not been flagged up till today. And as I'm talking to you this very moment, they are still playing with Ogoni head. Ogoni clean up, Ogoni clean up. All of you who shout Ogoni clean up, look at you, they are giving you 20,000, 60,000 backyard. You will lie, you are a farmer and fisherman. So they give you some changes. Ogoni will never be cleaned. Out of desperation, they make sure no project will be completed. The only major road that link Biafra land is the road known as the East-West Road. It will shock most of you that road, to know that road has been under construction for more than 35 years. Yes, we are calling on the federal government to come and do something about the East-West Road. They have done well, let them continue to try. But are you an idiot to know they will not complete it? From Port Harcourt to River State, there is no road. From Port Harcourt to Imo State, there is no road. And then from Port Harcourt to Abia, no road. From Abia to Imo, no road. From Abia to Ebonyi, no road. From Ebonyi to Enugu, no road. From Enugu to Anambra, no road. I thought the Enugu airport had been open. How about Akanibia airport? Because we have said it on Radio Biafra, tomorrow they will activate the reconstruction, the renovation, the rehabilitation, and the redeceiving of Akanibia airport. They are going to say it. Nigeria has released 20 billion US dollar. They are going to work on the airport so that before Easter, it can be in the area. Out of desperation, they made a promise. They made a vow to themselves. Never allow Igbo rule again. A common slogan well known to all of us. Second Niger Bridge. Second Niger Bridge. Almost 1,000 years. We are still talking about Second Niger Bridge. But of course, it has afforded them the opportunity to begin to Sanfil River Niger. And some people think they are doing Second Bridge. They are Sanfiling River Niger. If River Niger link River Ethiopia, if River Niger link River Benue, if Mongo Park and Landa Brothers and William Wilberforce and Mary Slessor and other foolish terrorists who came to Biafra land came through River Niger, are you telling me that River Niger you know today was what made Mongo Park to leave wherever he came from to come and look at Biafra land? You don't know Yoruba Hausa Fulani are deliberately Sanfiling River Niger. Thank God for the erosion degradation that is taking place in Anambra. And so it helps them to do their job very quickly. So next time they give you picture of Second Niger Bridge, there are deliberate plots to Sanfil River Niger, and do not think it is not possible. It is possible. Go, those of you from Anambra, go across to the Delta side. from where God is Good Motor Park down to every company that you see there today, they were all part of River Niger. If you were coming from Agbo down to where they call Ogbawusa in Asaba, that place Ogbawusa is, as a child, all those places were River Niger. Because the moment you get there, there is a bomb there. The moment your vehicle hits that bomb, the next thing you will see is glittering lights. It look as if the heaven came down there. My brother, that was River Niger blinking. But today, that which represents the glory of the Igbo man is systematically being destroyed by Nigeria. Out of frustration. Out of frustration. May I remind you that out of desperation, they shut down every federal government present in Biafra land in order to keep us handicapped. When you look at those of us from the area they call Niger Delta, government is gradually removing the federal government present in those lands so that you will not have the power to stop them. But those in the coast upper land of Biafra land, you don't have nothing to threaten government with. When you want to protest, are you going to burn down Ariaria Market? Are you going to burn down Center Tebuko flyover in Osisioma? Are you going to burn Ochanja Market? Are you going to burn Opiweka Market? Which one are you going to burn so government will listen to you? They have succeeded in removing every federal government present in the upland region of Biafra land. And then in the coastal region where you have like a criminal company like Shell among others, they are gradually moving their head office to Lagos or Abuja. And so when Niger Delta militant or Niger Delta revolutionaries or Niger Delta freedom fighter will want to threaten government, like those idiots who are saying, if we can try us, we will burn River State, we will scatter River State, we will shut down federal government present in River State. My brother, I better do quick, because federal government of Yoruba Hausa Fulani, they are shutting it down already. And so when it is done, I will know what you will use to hold Nigeria ransom. In Alaja, Kano, Kaduna, they are hastening up to make sure that they remove the oil and gas underground you, and you can't do anything. Let's just look at an example of it before we continue to look at some of the acts of desperation by the Nigerian terrorist state to keep us down.
Bonny Island is home to the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas (NLNG) with a production capacity of 22 million metric tons of gas per annum that is also expected to increase to 30 million metric tons per annum when the Train 7 expansion plant project is completed. However, the alleged move by the NLNG to sublet the fabrication components of the project to companies outside Bonny Island and the Niger Delta region is not going down well with the people of the area and some oil and gas experts.
So the NLNG project that was estimated to employ about 10,000 youths or more, if they take the fabrication away from this environment now, it means that it will reduce the expected manpower. But I want to let them know that it will be resisted.
How we meet with the Bonny Chief Council, the Bonny local government, as Bonny people, we will let NLNG know that we will not accept that.
They wondered why the NLNG thought about the relocation and add to the value of the Lagos economy.
The general contractors, close to 80% of them, they are all sourced from Lagos. To keep the economy, local economics thriving, they are taking all these jobs again to Lagos. Is it fair?
If you relocate the fabrication from Rivers to Lagos, what it means that you are adding more to the economy of Lagos. This is a place that suffers environmental degradation as a result of the activities.
Azubike is the zonal chairman of Pegasan, Port Harcourt branch. He opined that since labor is mobile, NLNG should bring the experts to the Niger Delta region.
In River State of Niger Delta, if we do not have the manpower here, those who can source outside the area could equally move down here to do the job.
Meanwhile, member representing Akoko Northwest and Northeast Federal Constituency in Ondo State, Ade Adeogun, was quoted as saying that the choice of Lagos was based on the business decision by the NLNG due to concentration of experience and local manpower.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. They ended it by telling you that one Yoruba man who is also in Niger Delta, because Ondo is part of Niger Delta, he told you Niger Delta of the idiot Niger Delta that don't worry, the reason they are relocating it or the need to relocate it to Lagos is better because Lagos is a very good place for business, very uniquely located for business. Our Niger Delta is not okay for it. Out of desperation. Now, let me remind those in River State. Most of the things you are enjoying today in terms of federal government present was actually in Delta State before now. When Delta State realized what is going on, they demanded for more rights, and gradually they moved to River State. And now River State is waking up, and gradually they are moving it to Lagos State. Our land is good to pollute, but not to develop. Out of desperation, I must remind you, they indirectly damage the IQ of our people to the extent that they can never ask for more. Rather, they contend as second-hand fiddle. I want you to watch our politician. The highest position they can aim is to be a second-hand fiddle. Oh, I will be under Tinubu. They're using our head. Very soon you will lose that position. Oh, Peter Obi is good to serve Atiku. And then we are looking for the next idiot who will serve Tinubu. That is if Tinubu don't die before then. They have destroyed our IQ that even in our civil service, we think it is the right of our son Yoruba to be our Oga. So with all your degree, I saw the student, the child has scored the highest in JAM, in this late JAM. A little girl from Anambra, maybe around the Hiala. The mark was amazing. The best in the whole federation. But this girl, if she does not end up a keke na pepper driver or a concrete missile somewhere in Oka, she may be working under idiot Fulani Hausa Yoruba who didn't go to school. Out of desperation, they have damaged our IQ. What our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing remain a misery, because they never knew they still have a man who can reason upright in that manner. To confront their evil, look at them the way they are, and address them. Out of desperation, I must remind you that these people created a lot of federal government agencies just to make sure that they cripple our activities. They have WAEC to make sure that no matter what you score, you are not going anywhere. They have the DSS to make sure they monitor everybody who want to challenge the Nigerian fraudulent sovereignty. They have the ICPC, who are confused, claiming to be chasing Yahoo boys, but they are the Yahoo. They have the EFCC. They say they are Economic Financial Crime Commission, but they are in charge of money laundering across the globe. Go and ask Magu. They have the INEC, which is supposed to take care of election and ensure that nobody is disenfranchised. But they are the one who are making sure that even somebody who do not have a certificate to contest for election is the governor of Imo State. And of course, they have NDLEA, who are supposed to be going after drug traffickers, among others. But they are the one who run the cabal, the traffic cabal. They work with Tinubu. America know that Tinubu is responsible for majority of the cocaine being sold to American youth. Out of desperation, you can't talk because all these bulldog government agencies will shut you down. Do I remind you that out of frustration, out of desperation, they want us to remain in one Nigeria? Nigerians want us to remain in one Nigeria. We are not one. The goat in Biafra land is different from the goat in Hausa Yoruba land. The ram in Biafra land is different from the ram in the Hausa Yoruba land. Our cow is different from their cow. Our fowl is different from their fowl. Do you know that the lizard in our community is different from the one in their community? Awolowo knew this truth, and I give it to him tonight. He said the truth. The relationship between the Biafrans, the Oduduwa, and the Arewa, they are like oil and water. It cannot mix, because God has set the boundary already, and this is what we are asking for. Their food is a poison to us. A normal Yoruba-blooded individual can eat a bag of pepper. It's good for their body. That is why you come to Nigeria market, you will see China pepper, Cameroon pepper, Indian pepper, American pepper. There is no type of pepper, no type of pepper you don't see in Nigeria. It's because of Yoruba people. When Yoruba chop pepper, an Igbo man try and chop the same amount of pepper, COVID-19 would have been a better option for that Igbo man. It's their choice. They call us Ajokutama Momi. They call us Ajokutama Momi. It is our nature. Awusa Fulani, they eat tuwa and shenama, tuwa and shimelu, tuwa and shantoro, tuwa everything. It is their choice. If we give that food to our children, they will die of only God know the name of the disease. But God made it so, and it is beautiful in our sight. If you Fulani eat tuwa and shenama and tuwa and shimelu, they can travel from Costa Rica to Jamaica. Now you know. Yoruba chop pepper. They can minister from morning to night inside everywhere ministrable. And then when we jokutama momi, when we eat akpu gari, very strong one without drinking water, our body takes it. And now you are telling us, oh, you are one Nigeria. Hey, there is a love in diversity. There is unity in diversity of love. You cannot tamper with the topographic and enumeratic of Nigeria. But you are aware that God separated these things already. And then shame to all of you. Shame to all of you who think you can mix water and oil together. How long has this experiment been going on? And now you see every day, that which divides us, that which separates us is more than that which unites us. To undo this evil, Biafrans, we must respond not just with the art of desperation, but also with the mind of urgency and necessity, or else they will put an end into us, a deeper mess, more than we have been. I tell you, Biafrans, anywhere you are, we must put an end to this. Not just with an act of desperation, not just with an act of necessity, but with the heart of an urgency, or else they will mess us up. But the more they mess us up, the more they will hear from us. I'll be back in a minute.
The more we fight together.
We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. The Christian steps ahead. We've gone far in this wilderness. Victory should steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this, there of our heroes we not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what he can charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this, there of our heroes we not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourselves to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourselves to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have charged you to save. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes we not
You're listening to Radio Biafra.
Yes, at this moment our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line, and our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct number, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. And of course, I want to bring to your notice that our leader, Mazen Nandi Ukukano, will be on air tomorrow at exactly 7 a.m. Biafran time. He promised it's going to be an interactive session. Out of desperation, Nigeria want to wipe us out. Out of desperation, we must understand this thing and be ready to respond to them. Out of desperation, we must expose them. Out of desperation, we must make sure their embassies don't function across the globe. Out of desperation, we must make the world know the truth about Nigeria. Out of desperation, we must respond to them adequately. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp, are you still
Hello.
there? Good evening from here.
Yes,
How do they greet? Is it bonjour, mademoiselle, or au revoir?
This is bonsoir. It's bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Francis. Yeah. Go ahead,
bonsoir, monsieur. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. George Onyibe. You always hit the nail at the point, you know. I thank you very much, Mazi. I greet you all Biafrans all over the world. I greet our able leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. And his deputy, Mazu Chemefo, shall be well with you people. And remember, Mazi Emmanuel, I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, in addition of what you just said, out of desperation, the world has been oppressing us. Mazi, if you look at on this planet Earth, I have never seen, I don't think there are any nation or any people on this planet Earth that passed through what Biafran people are passing through since the day British people set their foot in our own land. Because you cannot tell me that you call where you have about 3 countries or 4 countries together, and you claim that you have constitution, you claim that you have things that is, you know what is called federation. You see that Nigeria is now gradually running, if I can say, because it's only in a royal kingdom you can hardly or see a king or queen come out to speak. But Nigeria is gradually heading to that way. But in a republic where you call federal republic, you don't see president come out. You don't see Trump. You don't see other countries that have presidents. Their president, you don't meaning of president. You go out to meet the people. You go out to see, to hear. You go out to visit states, visit many areas. You know, opening places, doing a lot of projects. Not even discussing, defending the nation. But look at that zoo called Nigeria. Look at the way they are. The president, they don't know even if they are president. Where they no president, and they are still pretending there. And when you come to these Europeans who are backing all these people, you find out that all these people pass through this way. This almost the same thing they are planning to us now. The same, some of them, like France, like Britain, they nearly lost their nations. They nearly being wiped out by some of their own so-called Germans and others. But later they rescued them. So tell me what gives them that courage to be suppressing others? Are they revenging on us? Are they taking revenge of what German did to them or what? I don't know. Because you cannot tell me that in that zoo called Nigeria, you will just take only 20% of Fulanis and empower them and gradually turning Nigeria into Islamic nation. Other federations, and you are forcing them. What they are doing to us now, they are forcing us into everything. That is the reason why if you don't agree to take bribe, either they kill you or you go to exile. That is only what Nigeria stands for, and they are doing it very in a discover or even know what they are doing. So, Mazi, I am calling into every nation that has their own interest, because they have people of interest, countries of interest, companies of interest, people, all of them in Biafra land. We are calling them to do what? To do the need to review their own stand in that zoo. Because we are not going to tolerate what happened to us. Why? The reason why they wiped us, they nearly wiped us away in 1967 to 1970 by British government and the Soviet Union. We are not going to allow them again. We have suffered a lot. We have suffered a lot. Have oil like us. Many countries have oil. That oil they are talking, they don't even allow us to do what? To benefit anything there. So what is the use of the oil? Are they telling us it's because of the oil? No, it's not because of the oil. They want to wipe us away and replace the Fulanis there and take over our land so that they will be, managing all the things that zoo have. But we are not going to allow them. We can never allow them. Mazi George Onyibe, I'm very upset on what is going on what is really happening there. But let me just stop it here. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you. We must continue. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line. Monitoring Spirit. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Maazị Onyibe, Udochukwu Abịa Maderege Martinez. Kedu temefọ Udochukwu Abịa Maderege ezigbo dede. Dede hụrụ ụmụnne ya n'anya sị na anyị ga-adịrịrị free from slavery. Udochukwu Abịa Maderege. Our leader, Dede Nnamdi Kanu, ojiri ọgbụgbọ nkịta ọ bụrụ mmadụ ya bere isi iwe odogwu. Anya niile ahụgele ya na onwedo onye dị ka gị. Ịnapụta Biafra n'elu ụwa site n'ikikere nsi n'eluigwe ka Chukwu Okike Abịa manyere gị onye nzọpụta. Ụmụ Chineke ebe niile unu nọ n'elu ụwa unu gee ntị. Unu mara na obi unu rụ ọcha. Because our leader said Biafra can be restored if we are honest people. N'ihi na o nwee eziokwu owu ndụ ụkwụ adịwọ. Unu mara na obi unu rụ ọcha ka Biafra bịa echi maka ọwa iji Biafra onwedo onye din. Freedom is not given, freedom is taken. Chinala ala obi a soro m nwoke Chukwu Ezikọha kelenu Chukwu Okike Abịa ma nna ahụ nwe ya wee kekere ụwa ka ihe niile dị n'ime ya. O Chineke igwe na eze nke ebube na-apụta agwa anyị ụmụ Biafra mgbe mmụọ anyị nọ na nsogbu anyị ataghịla ahụhụ n'elu ụwa anyị ga-enye gị ekele ebube ekele ọma ka anyị ga-enye gị eze dị nsọ otito ọma ka anyị ga-enye gị tupu kapịama abụ ndị nsọ ka anyị ga-abụ iji gosi nụ gị na ịbụ chi ebube gbaghara n'anyị mee ha anyị emeghego gị nna gbaghara ka anyị keta oke n'ime gị eze dị nsọ mara gị bara ya ụba akwa gị si na ị ga-eburu n'anya ibu anyị tupu okike akwa gị si na ị ga-abụ nke anyị ma lee na anyị nọ n'iru gị eze dị nsọ gbata ọsọ bịa nyere anyị aka Chineke kele igwe anyị nọ n'iru gị chiọma na zetere gbata ọsọ Malachi chapter 1 verse 1 to end verse 4 6 8 and 14 very very important. He is our God, the ancient of ancients, the beginning and the end. Nobody is like him. Who are you? You want your money? You want your kanka? You want your cherubim? Allah Biafra will do for you. Who would want to say? Oh, I want woman to make it. What I said, the penny I want for no banana. Only the Daniel Nava very soon. Sarah Biafra, listen. Second Maccabees chapter 6, very important verse 2. That temple, why did they destroy it and change its name to Jesus? Dara. As it happened before, the history, that temple, that area, oh, yes, one I get to spot Kada Magida and one Nalaja, Hula, Onda. Second Maccabees chapter 7, very, very important. Chapter 8 and chapter 9, very important. You see chapter 9, verse 12. And the top, let me tell you, you are a father and a respectful father. Because you are wise that we are used to. Now you are an elder, you are wise. For declaring Jerusalem to allow peace to reign, Israel to have peace. The war did not end. Declare Biafra, peace, Ezra chapter 6 and chapter 7. It's for you. Repeat that particular history that happens in the time of Asisa. Biafra is Biafra. We are a race. As lizard is different from goat. Goat is different from ant. Pawpaw is different from mango. So human beings. We are not the same thing with this Taliban. They are killing us. They are wasting us. We are suffering. But are you not seeing it? We will defend ourselves. Biafra everywhere you are in the world. Get ready. Our leader will address us tomorrow morning for you people to get ready. See, 7 days from today, you will see the signal. And let me tell you, Awusa, if you love yourself, this is the opportunity of freeing yourself from this
Thank
Taliban.
you very much.
Majo Onyibe, come to fire and gas. In the Kuno, one no need me. Hey, all your black Biafra guitar, I got get another mind. Only man in hot forward now. I'm going to get a job on now. What the Landara? All help Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Call on WhatsApp. Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network as always, but we must continue. A lot of atrocity, like I said, have been committed against the people of Biafra as a result of an act of desperation. They want to see what they can do by every means necessary, and then we must remain Nigeria. No. It cannot be that way. We are not Nigeria. We don't want to be Nigeria, and that is the truth.
IPOB USA and the state of New York, just like we all know. This
information is directed to the IPOB in the United States of America. Going with all our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has recently said we must do the needful.
If you have not joined IPOB family yet, or you intend to support the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, now is the time
to join IPOB family. In the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Ezekwesili.
Whoever is calling my line, stop calling my line.
On 832-245-5640 or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Badike on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekweme on +164-664-43957. Ize Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas 6462-269487.
Brooklyn Zone,
Saint Abalakwe
AM on +16-46-5246.
Queens/Long Island,
Mazi Elochukwu
164-69-56-6219.
Bronx Zone 2, Wada Beatrice on 347-5177-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the U.S. and you want to join or contribute, call our national coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our national deputy coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our women wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, USA will not fail our leader Nnamdi Kanu or disappoint our motherland Biafra. All hail Biafra, Biafra, we hail you. Signed, David Ezekwesili, New York State Coordinator.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Oh, good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world. May bless everyone. My name is Linek. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land. I thank you, my Lord Mazi. You have done. In fact, I told them that you are doing more greater job in this Biafra land. It's all these people. Our people don't even know how that crude oil looks like. And all those janjaweed that call themselves darkness, called zoo, mega area, they are there collecting what belongs to us. Sometimes I wonder what is giving them strength. Nothing but what comes from Biafra land. Now they want to pipe everything and leave that area of Biafra land desert so that they will go and develop their own area of land. I just thank Chukwukabiyama. I do always call their people and tell them to thank Chukwukabiyama that it was somebody like my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Chukwukabiyama sit on this. Because I told them, if it were me, I will kill them until my hand will be filled with blood. So that Chukwukabiyama will tell me what he told David, that your hand is full with blood, or you can't build the house for me. They should just thank their God. They should just go and thank Chukwukabiyama, the creator of heaven and earth, that he gave us somebody like Martin and Deacon. I'm not the kind of person that I am. Even not, I will finish all of them. I will make sure that none of them breathe out on this planet Earth. You see, these people, their plan is so evil, so demonic, so dangerous. You want to wipe the children of God out of the surface of the earth. Let them go and thank their God. I was just so angry. Let them just go and thank their God. Let Nigerians, as they call themselves, just go and thank their God. It was our leader, a gentleman, a man that doesn't become angry like that. That Chukwukabiyama sits in front of us and is leading us and telling us what to do. And whenever we become angry, he will tell us to cool down, that time we have not reached. Let him just one day open his mouth and tell us that these people are supposed to be chased out of this surface of the earth. Let me see who will stay in their house on that day. Thank
you very much. We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Are you still there? Most favored.
Yes, I'm there.
Good evening
Good evening from here. Thank you. Good evening, and friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and IPOB at large. Good evening from here, and Mazi, I must thank you for the good work, and I must also thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the great, and our deputy, Mazi Mefo, and every IPOB principal officer and IPOB members and Biafrans at large who are working for Biafra to be restored. Chukwukabiyama will see us through, and Chukwukabiyama will restore Biafra in our own time. He said, Mazi, please, I just called so you can permit me to announce our meeting that is coming forward. But before then, my name is Most Favored Onyibe. I come from Ozobro. Ozobro is in Ekusigo, Newi province, Biafran land. And I'm calling you from Holland, where I serve indigenous people in the capacity of national PRO. Mazi, I just want to announce our meeting. So, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, but especially Biafrans living in Netherlands, any part, any place, any side, any part of Netherlands you're living, please set your reminder, be aware that we'll be having our national meeting. Our national meeting will be coming up on 11th of July. And the venue for this meeting will be Egoli number 9. Egoli number 9. And the postcode for this very venue is 1103 AC. Postcode is 1103 AC, Amsterdam. Please, the time for this meeting, it will start 4 p.m. Netherlands time, 4 p.m. and we'll run it down to 8. Please, we all are seeing what is happening in our land. This is not the time of hiding under your wife's wrapper. This is not the time to be having grudge against one another. Our life is at stake. Our land is under siege. Keep all your differences aside and be part of this meeting. Use the blood, at least let that be.
We must continue from there. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Of course, the Zoo Epileptic Network. But we must continue. Caller on the line. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good
evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Shino Sobidike. I'm from State, Alope, Akata. I thank God for everything that you people are doing for us. I thank our leader, Amazon and the camp. I thank our deputy also. May God bless you all people. This is our sign. Keep it on. As our leader promised us, to do what we asked us to do this year, we shall restore our kingdom here. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. And there is no two ways about it.
Yeah, power line zone.
Thank you. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Hello, Master Onyibe. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Move away from your radio set, please.
Okay, brother. Master Onyibe, I pray that may keep on strengthening you. You are doing a wonderful work. Master Onyibe, my name is Unstoppable Sibe. Unstoppable Sibe is indigenous of Idimabam in Anochukwu in Biafra land. Mazi, there is something which I saw yesterday. I've been trying since that yesterday, but I believe that you have already seen it. I would like to, my people, everyone who is listening to me, this is not the time we are going to be talking and be folding our hands. As we used to say, everybody to prepare himself. What am I talking about is what happened in Okokitem. You see what happened in Okokitem, how Fulani herdsmen came in the backyard. This one is no longer in the farm. It's no longer in the bush. This one is in the backyard. Where this woman cultivates her cassava. They come in her backyard in the midnight. Began to put the cassava in her backyard to feed their nama, to feed their cow. Now, coming up in the morning, when their leader come, you see how the man was boldly and full of himself to defend his brother. Why? Because when they are asking him, he told him the reason, because you are okay, see, also give them the order, permit them to be doing and to be killing our people secretly. Now our mothers are not going to the farm again. They are now leave the farm. They have come to the village. They have come to the house to kill us. Even in the backyard, even in according to the woman, they came in the midnight to uproot the cassava in the backyard, assuming that the woman come out to ask. They may kill him. They may kill her there in that night. Our people, you see that this thing is no longer a joking matter, because there is adage that our people used to say, all these things which we are shouting every day, every now and then, they think that it's just a play, it's just a mere talk. It has come because when this thing will start, the reason why we are shouting is that for we to save ourselves before it will be too late. This thing that I saw yesterday make me to, I don't know how I feel. But when I call the village, when I come to village to tell them what is happening for them to prepare themselves, they think that is a joking matter. I beg, forget this your news. Every time Biafra news. I would like to use this media to tell you people, all this old Bende. It's no longer only old Bende, all the Biafra land. Everybody should wake up and prepare themselves, because these people is already in our house trying to kill us, because according to what this man said by his own mouth, and I know that he didn't know that this woman was recording this thing. He said that our governor gave him audacity, authority to do what they are doing. Okay, see what Ohopuzadema is doing in Imo State. See what all of them is doing. All of them, nobody is responding, nobody is scattering. They are doing as if they know, they are concerned about what is happening. But you don't know that they have already sell us out to this Janjaweed for them to kill us. We better wake up this time to prepare ourselves, to defend ourselves, because there is no more time on our side.
Thank you very much.
This one is not the time they say that I was in Oka already. So Onyibe keep on keeping on. I saw what these people were saying and defending Ameti, saying they are going to burn close Niger Delta, destroy everything. And let them start it already. I hail my brothers, Nigerians who are in the Ghana. Let them keep on keeping on. That we will get there already. We are there already. I know that at last that all is Mohel Biafra. Mazi Meke Kerowa keep on strengthening you. And strengthen my leader and his deputy. Mazi Nande Kala and Uche Mefo. We are there already. They must bring Biafra for us. Biafra must be restored in our own time. Mazi Meke Kerowa bless you. Keep on. Shalom.
Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. And of course, we lost that caller. Caller on the line, go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead, good evening from here.
Oh, okay.
Will you go ahead or I should cut you off? Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I am Machiku calling from Doi province.
Good evening from here.
Yeah, good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning to all Biafrans according to your time zone. I use this opportunity to greet our leader, the supreme leader, Mazinam Dekanu, the hero of our time, and the Hamadiki one of Biafra land. His deputy, Azuche Mefo, Onyizuku, Odogumukoma, Dewosa, and the Judge Onyibe, the lion of Biafra. I thank you. Onyibe, I'm not just too happy today and this evening because of what is going on in my province. Even the afternoon, Foreign was reporting the matter during a Ike Peters program on the same with Alozie. But I know Elohim is in control. There's nothing they can do. I know the scripture made us to understand that the enemies will come in one way, but they will flee in 7 ways. I know all the gara they are doing there, they are trying to put fears into us because I know our men are formidable. When the jungle mature, we will know who owns the jungle. They came to our land to dance the dance of python, but they don't know that there are pythons that own the jungle. So that all of us have to put our fingers crossed. I so much thank God the way you people are really helping us to open our eyes to know what is on ground, just like our mommies discussed this evening. You know, when people keep silent, it then means that the silence is a sign of compromise. Why should they talk? They will not talk. We don't have governor, we don't have SS, we don't have case, we don't have anything. All of them have been compromised, they have been bought over. And why should they talk? All their children are abroad schooling. Is there any of their children in the country? No. So other people they are killing are not the children of human beings. They thought that all those ones, they just break wood, all of them came out. They are not born by woman. But I know one day shall be one day. All the evil they are committing, it will backfire back on them. Look at a CEO of a church. Your member was killed, you did not say anything. Did they have witness when they sliced that chairman in Nasarawa? To God who made me, when I want to eat food, I remember the massacre of that man. I will drop the food back. And the other priests and other CEOs that seen all those things, they did not do them. So they have compromised with the Fulanis. Many of them converted from Islam to Christianity because they have found out that in Christendom you will make a lot of money. That's where they can get the kind of money they want. They are using it as a merchandise, making their business, but no problem. On the last day, everybody will give account of what he did on this planet Earth. So I really just want to thank you this morning for all your educative topics that you have been given. All this desperation. This night I learned another one. So Naira means never allow Igbo people to rule again. And Kobo means kill Ojukwu before others. Can you see all these things? We didn't know of it because when we are born, when we get old like this, I never even had anything about the Biafra war. They just talk it, the civil war. We didn't know that it get to this extent. No matter the firstborn of my mother, as I had, was a victim of it because he just finished secondary school then, as they said. So I don't know whether they recruited him into the army or what, but today we could not see him again. I don't even know the person. Just thought I was good. So all these things, I'm not just happy. If I am God, just like as the other my sister said, if I am God, I know I would have just blink my eye, all of them will just disappear within a twinkle of an eye. But I trust our leader. He is the person that Chukwu Kikadama is using. He is a man of the spirit. He walks in the spirit. Whatever God takes him to do, he will do. And immediately when he does it, we have already been liberated spiritually. It just remains the manifestation in the physical. And I know that will happen any moment from now. I just say, may you people be blessed. All the media crew, you people are wonderful. You are divinely selected to fight this battle. And Chukwu Kikadama will be with all of us to make sure that we will sing a song of victory. In the name of Chukwu Kikadama, I pray.
He say. And God is our weakness. What we are here to do is to make sure we go home. Kola Wazap, are you there? Kola Wazap.
Yes. Mazi George Onyibe. Hello, George Onyibe. Mazi George Onyibe.
Go ahead.
Good evening. Good evening, good morning, and good night. My name is Prince. I'm calling from Aba. I just wanted to report on what happened on Sunday when I was going to Olo. As they just hit my vehicle with all this police, what they call it, zoo police. They hit my vehicle because I'm a Biafran. You know. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, the world is listening.
Good. So when I came out and I was asking the guy why did he hit my car, he said he thought I was running. And he's an Hausa man. I said, why will you hit my vehicle? Why will you hit my vehicle? So had it been that that I did not talk, or had it been I did not stop my vehicle, he would have shooting me direct. You know? Yeah.
God is faithful. This is their time. They can do what they like, but their time is winding up. And Biafrans across the globe must be vigilant and watch out because the days are evil. Kolan, what's up? Are you still there?
I'm still here, Mazaniba.
Go ahead, please.
Mazaniba, I greet you. I greet every one of you. I thank you for your steadfastness. I bring greetings to all Biafrans far and wide. I want to thank those our brothers in Jakarta that did what they have to do. And at the same time, I want to encourage every IPOB, be you a member or just an indigenous person, not an oath abiding member. It is about time that those who are in diaspora should get up and reach out to various embassies in wherever they reside. Why did I say so? I say so because most of the people that are in diaspora are Biafrans and Oduduwas. Then the rest. There are no Fulanis abroad. There are no houses. Well, maybe there are a few houses. And because of this reason, the embassies, the zoo embassies, they deliberately make things difficult for the Biafrans and maybe the Oduas. Maybe they don't complain, but they capitalize on the Biafrans. They make things difficult. You cannot seek anything from the zoo embassy if you are a Biafran and you get it. They make everything extremely difficult. The most difficult embassies in the world against their so-called citizens, and thank God we are not their citizens. And for this reason, I want to advise and encourage every of our members, wherever they are, let them unite, organize, strengthen themselves, march to whatever embassy and pull them down. They cannot do anything, but they should do it strategically. But the thing is, let us run an operation pull down embassies. As the world doesn't want to listen, if they know they listen, they know they see. I mean, if they know they hear what, they know they see. So we pull every embassy down. By the time we continue pulling small countries, gradually we'll get to the superpower countries. And we now know if both CNN, BBC, and all those so-called fake news carriers will not hear it. I thank those of our brothers that participated in the pull down. Let us continue the operation pull down zoo embassy. If we cannot pull them from within, we'll pull them down from without. Because they are not serving our purpose. But this time they should serve our purpose by kneeling down, by crumbling because of us. It will be on record that IPOB during our time of Biafra restoration, the embassies were pulled down. Another one I want to say is I want to encourage those that are listening from North Rhine-Westphalia of Germany, particularly Kleve Kreis. I want to encourage those in Kleve Kreis to try and reach out to the number that I will call now, because a unit is about to be inaugurated. So, and this unit requires a whole number of people that lives around there that doesn't know where they should meet. The people that live within Kleve, Gog, Udem, Santon, Camp Linford, and Fize and Kevela. Even those in Vigi, Holland, and Nijmegen, Holland. I think that area presently covers the whole of that area. So if they are listening attentively, they should take this number that I'm writing, that I want to give now. The number is 01521 289 2834. I repeat the number 01521 289 2834. Let them reach out to that number, and the owner of the number will direct them on what to do and when to meet for the next coming meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Another one is like our brother that spoke the other time. I listened to him discussing about Okezei giving power or authorities to Mieti Allahs to share, to be the partaker, the new owners of Abia State, while Abians becomes, I don't know, willing tools or whatever, I do not know. I heard it, and it is very, very, very bad. Like our leader usually say that Mieti Allah conquered this and conquered that state. I think Abia State has or about to be conquered by the Fulani. Because this past weekend they stabbed somebody in Isukwato, Eluama, Isukwato to be precise. Like our brother complained and agonized. Usually when I put a call across to the people of Isukwato, because that is where I hail from, they don't really take things serious. They don't take things about headsmen serious, but now they see the thing coming. They have seen it coming. Yeti Allah, I know somebody very soon. I will make mention of the name, but I will have to make my findings again so that I don't call somebody wrongfully to find out if that person is still a member of Yeti Allah, Abia State. But if you ask me, I will tell you that Yeti Allah have their base, their headquarters in the southeastern Abia State, in Aba to be precise. That is where they have their eastern. In fact, that is where they have their Biafran headquarters. I do not know if they have another one right now. That is just all I have to say right now. When I remember some other things that will come up to say.
We must continue.
May God bless every one of us.
Thank you. Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from. Caller on the line.
Yeah, I'm Ogbueni Linus Anyadike.
Go ahead, please.
I come from Imo State, and Imo State in Biafra land. I thank all of you for all you have been doing, both with MF4 and our leader. What you are saying about the zoo, in fact, there's not much to say. A lot. This Fulani you are talking about, they're in our place here. All of them are doing all what they want, but they cannot win us. We are ready for them. We are fully ready. I just want to express my feeling to you people and to thank you, most especially, that the Lord will continue to bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. And that is just the gospel truth. Biafrans across the globe must understand that before there is any divine manifestation of the power of the Creator, there is always a time for talking. Before the world was created, God had to speak. God took this talking, and everything that he said came to pass. Abraham keeps sharing the gospel of a new nation until that nation was born. Moses began to speak about the liberation of that new nation until she was liberated. And of course, during the days of the wilderness, till they occupied the promised land, judges and prophets came forth. They were all speaking. And of course, when the Messiah was to come, somebody like John the Baptist need to speak up, preparing the way of the Messiah. And the Messiah did continue speaking until he went to the cross to pay the ultimate price according to the Bible. And then his disciple continued speaking. And then the church is here still speaking, though because of the fraudulent nature of the zoo called Nigeria, the churches in Nigeria and maybe around the globe, they are not talking any longer, and now IPOB is here. We are just talking because we understand the influence, the power of words. The world media, who are actually part of the theft or the thief that has kept us in this position, may try to pretend as if they will not talk about us. But when the time will come, they will write, and of course they will run out of ink. This is one promise we can assure all of you. We are inching closer to the end of this evening's segment, but I must bring to our attention or to remind us once again that our leader, Mazen Nande Okukano, will be on air tomorrow morning at exactly 7 a.m. Biafran time. 7 a.m. Biafran time. Please make sure you have your questions ready, pen and paper as always. Of course, only WhatsApp line and Skype line will be open that tomorrow morning. So you get your Android phone ready, and of course, during that broadcast, you will get the number that you are to call. Ask your questions, and maybe better still get ready to answer some questions. And having said that, this is where I will draw the curtain for this evening segment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who took your time to call in. My apology to those that I cannot take their call at this moment. In few hours from now, we shall meet again. Be good, be Biafran. Dedicated to the demolition of Nigeria. Complete eradication, emasculation. Everything grammar can offer to make sure Nigeria is obliterated from the face of the planet Earth. That is what we represent. In as much as we do not derive joy in killing other people, but when necessary, everybody must prepare their heart, because in the end, our freedom is all we seek for. Good night from here, and God be with you. Ndewonu.
Thank you. God bless you.
Respect to the Most High. Yeah. Biafra, the rising sun. Now you hear me now?
Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are fighting for freedom. Freedom, yeah. Biafrans, we know what we want. Biafrans, we know what we need. All we want is Biafra. All we need is Biafra. Our leader have tell us the truth. Now we know who we are. Osaflani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. They are cleaning our people.
No more one Nigeria. The amalgamation is over, man. All we need is Biafra.
I'm not saying this because I'm a Biafra, but I'm thinking of the life we lose every time that killing innocent people, yeah, raping our women, yeah. Who doesn't know about the 10%? Who doesn't know about the oil well? House of Fulani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. All we want is Biafra. We want to go home. Biafra.
Biafra, land of the rising sun. Bumbo clan. It was good and evil and we chose good.
Yenego is calling Biafra. Anani saying Biafra. Ogoja is saying Biafra. Yenego is saying Biafra. Urobo is saying Biafra. Shekiri is saying Biafra. We want to go home. We want a freedom. We want to go home.
Yo, look at it. Tropical mix. Biafra, the rising sun.
White to the white, to the white.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening white to the white, to the white.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.